We'll get started. Try to keep my voice up. I'm not sure the acoustics in this room. It's a little different. I haven't taught in here before. So we want to be on a nice sturdy chair. Once again today, I did not bring my yoga mat on my travels, but I'm on a carpet that hopefully won't be slippery. So whether you have bare feet are great if that's good for you. Socks if you need them on, but try to have grips on them or something that you're not slipping at all. And if you have to have shoes on, whether it's neuropathy or something that's just more comfortable for you to be in shoes, that's fine. Just be aware that that kind of affects your balance because the shoes move to make up for your body movement. So you need to be aware of that if you're in shoes. So coming forward on your chair a bit where you can firmly plant your feet on the floor and have a nice straight back. So think of sort of the back of your head, top of your head, reaching for the sky, nice tall spine. And in that reaching, maybe close your eyes and think of your face. Ease in your face. So if you're breathing, allergies, whatever, allow to close the lips, but gently open the teeth and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. With ease in the face, ease in the jaw, shoulders, just breathing in, breathing out, ease in the elbows. Again, so sort of at the same time lifting up with that tall spine, but letting the rest of the body kind of settle, kind of giving in to gravity. So tall spine, ease in the thighs, the knees, the ankles. Making any kind of last minute sort of shifts to settle. And then allow your mind to take in your surroundings, but making them part of your yoga this morning, not a distraction. So if there's traffic like there is for me, it's just kind of background noise and it's just part of, or background, part of it. I'm not thinking of it as noise, but as part of your experience. And then breathe in, breathe out. Noticing your inhale, noticing your exhale. And as you take in your environment, taking all this in, allow your focus to really come into the body, into the breath. So imagining that your inhale starts at your belly button, and as you inhale, that air moves up through the, at the base of your stomach, and the breath moves up through the belly button, through the lower rib, through the sternum, through the chest, through the throat, so rises up on an inhale. And then the exhale, the air sort of falls. You feel it your throat, your chest, sternum, ribs, belly. Just do that a few times, kind of imagining that rising and falling. Letting go of the hands, the feet, the face, just breathing. The rise and the fall. Even if you're just imagining it, maybe you don't feel movement in your belly, but we're just sort of imagining this rise and fall. Very nice. Now bringing both hands to the belly, sort of open the hands, fingers kind of nice and wide, not stretching, gently, but we just want to have sort of maximum coverage here of sort of our low belly, sides. We're going to think about our belly as we breathe. It's really important to get a deep breath. So when, obviously we're not breathing into our stomachs, but that bottom lobe of the lungs, if it's not used, it will atrophy. And so then you're losing that surface area of the bottom lobe of your lung to expose it to oxygenated blood. So it oxygenates the blood. So we just want to make maximum use of the lobes. It assists in healing. It assists in easing stress. So putting our hands on our belly, we want to think about the air coming into the stomach. And then as you exhale, exhale and draw the belly button in toward the spine. Ease in the jaw, ease in the shoulders. And if it feels like work, it feels, because it can be difficult in illness, if you're sick or you're worried, it can be difficult to get air into that part of the lower body. Just do your best. So just notice maybe a little movement in the fingers as your belly opens on the inhale and draws in on the exhale. And this can be a nice way to start your day. This is also really, sometimes it's easier to feel when you're on your stomach. If you have a book by your bedside, you can set a book on your stomach and put your hands on the book just to sort of feel the motion. But this is a really nice exercise to do before you wake up, kind of waking up that whole lung. Good, let's do 2 more. Very nice. Now ease in the shoulders. It can be a lot of work, a lot of concentration tends to, we draw up in the hips, we draw up in our feet when we're concentrating. So let's let the hands just kind of drop down by the side. Little gentle movement to the shoulders. Think of the eyebrows, kind of release the eyebrows, the jaw, shoulders. And we're just open the fingers kind of gently. Thumbs are sort of pointed toward the front of your knees, pointed forward. We're going to inhale and rotate the hands out, which opens up our heart space. And then as we exhale, rotate the thumbs back through toward the back of the chair. You can bring a slight curve to the shoulders, kind of opening up, waking up the shoulders. So inhale and exhale. A couple times. Ease in the face, ease in the jaw. Good. Now on your next inhale, we're going to rotate the thumbs out. Find that space in your range that's kind of that space between ease and work. You just sort of feel it and it feels nice. Hold that, but we're not going to hold the breath. We're going to breathe here and notice the space between your shoulders and the back, your chest as you breathe. And maybe on your inhale, you find a little more space in the front of the body. And then exhale, let it go here. Maybe your face is a little toward the sky. Breathing into that chest space, feeling the shoulders, bringing that space between the shoulder blades a little closer and breathe. Taking all that good air. Good. Next big inhale. Hold right at the top of the inhale for a moment. And exhale, slowly rotate the thumbs, let the shoulders kind of fall and then curve, maybe the chin tucks slightly, and we'll pause here. Different expansion this time. Expansion's more in the back. And maybe you feel the compression in the chest as you bring your shoulders kind of toward one another. Rotating the wrist, elbows as much as is comfortable to get that arm space, you know, sort of find movement space in those muscles and breathe. And notice the difference from the first inhale movement where we had our chest out. So now our back is out. What is that space like between the shoulder blades? Breathe. Maybe for you, you feel the work in the front of your shoulders near your collarbone. Just notice as you breathe, inhale and exhale. Maybe open your thumbs a little more toward the outside. Good. Here, take a deep inhale. It'll be a little different because we're compressed in the front. Take a deep inhale. Pause at the top. And how about open mouth, exhale as you come back to seated, straight. Very nice. Fingertips to the shoulders. We're just going to draw some tiny circles with the elbows first in one direction. Ease in your jaws, wiggle the toes. Good, and then a little circle in the other direction. I learned after some shoulder issues, those muscles really feel different moving one direction to the other if you have any sort of shoulder issue. So that's why we want to breathe and move and notice so we don't strain. Good, now lower the elbows down. We're going to inhale, bring them forward and up. And then exhale, back and down. Just work to your range. Again. Good, sort of gently making that circle as big as your shoulders are up for. And just noticing any popping and crackling, no judging, it's okay. It's that shoulder or the other today, how they're gonna be. As long as it's not painful, there's no nerve pain. Good, once more. Nice, pausing at the bottom. We'll inhale back and up. Again, this way might be different. Exhale, forward and down. And we're observing, our mind is right there. We've got our breath going and our mind is right there in those shoulders, noticing how it feels, what we're using to engage this motion. Good, one more. Very nice. Let's take an inhale here with our palms kind of out facing, our elbows are sort of tucked. We're going to inhale. Exhale, push the air away from you, arms stretched out, fingers toward the sky, sort of stretching into this front of the forearm. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, really pushing with the palms. Inhale, elbows back. Measuring it with that slow, deep breath keeps our movement slow and noticing what might be bothering us in this movement. Good, now we're gonna do it 3 more times, but this time adding our head a little bit. So we'll look up, eyes are open, and then slowly exhale and look down between your knees. And this is also getting our ears and mind kind of ready for movement while we're looking in different ways. Good for our balance, our kind of brain body coordination, moving and turning the vision. I think I said 3 more, I can't remember. We're gonna do 1 more time. Inhale, elbows back, looking up. Exhale, push the air away, look down. Very nice. Let's roll the wrists one way and the other. Very nice. So we're going to lift kind of plant your left foot down. We're going to inhale, lift the right knee, and then exhale, kick it out. And if that bothers you to lift it, you can come up on your heel a little bit and then drop the heel and slide it out. You can always adapt. You can this can be the lift and that can be the push. Or we inhale, lift, exhale, push. And inhale, and you can keep the toes flexed. Exhale. If that's too much, you can sort of relax the foot. Inhale. You can also assist with your hand. Many different variations. You do what works for you. Exhale. Or you can slide. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more. Great for the core. Kind of draw that belly button into the spine. And exhale down. Good. Other side. And we can inhale this way. And then exhale, slide it out. We can assist. Inhale. Exhale, extend, maybe flex the foot. Let's do two more. Inhale and exhale down. Very nice. We're toward the front of our chairs already. So we're going to open the feet nice and wide. And then swing the knees from side to side. So this is sort of a non-weight bearing way to move into the hip joints. We tend to just do our scissor walking motion with our hips. So we only get this motion with the hips. And it's a ball and socket motion. So it has all these different ways to move. So if our balance is off, we need our hips to work in the full range of motion. So notice we'll do this a couple more times. Find that full range as we're moving. Find the sort of the limits of your motion with your knees this way. Breathe, ease in the jaw. We think about the hips, and then sometimes the stress goes up to concentrate. So ease in the jaw, the forehead. Breathe. Very nice, good. And next time you drop that right knee, kind of drop it. We never want to strain the knee. If this is too much, you can adjust your foot. You can draw your foot back. Never be awkward with your knee. Find a spot that works for you that can allow you to drop your leg a bit. And then open the left knee. We just want to be a little careful with this knee we're dropping to the inside, that it doesn't bother your knee. Thinking about the hip here. Breathe. Ease in your face. Good. Nice. Now draw the belly to spine. We're going to bring the knees back to our seated position and then lower the left knee. Again, we're thinking about the hip here. And just honor if you need to swing your foot back toward the chair a little bit. Plant it in your right knee is open a bit. Breathe. Sorry, the knee I'm dropping is even, my hip is a little bit right at this, around the edge of the chair. Very nice, and bring it back up. Bringing the feet in, knees are sort of aligned with the hips. Little bit of space in between. We're going to come up, scoot back a little bit. We're going to inhale with our feet flat. And exhale, push up and come up to your tiptoes. Or if you want a little bit of a toe stretch, let's just concentrate first on lifting the legs. So we'll exhale, inhale, heels down. Exhale, reach the knees toward the sky, reach the front of the ankles forward. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're doing a little coordination here. So as we inhale, feet down, arms up. Exhale, arms down, knees up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice. do 2 more. Very nice. All right, so we're gonna come up in our chair. Bringing the seat forward on your chair where you're still nice and sturdy, but you have some room to let your pelvis move. We're gonna slide the feet under the knees. If your feet don't do that, you can use your hands on your thighs. I'm gonna actually demonstrate that a little bit instead of just telling you. So if you, with practice, you may be able to get your feet underneath you a little bit more, which helps in the pivoting of the hip to get your weight all on your feet as we stand up. But if your feet do not come under your knees, you can use your hands on your legs, lift the heart forward. And the heart is the counterbalance then because the feet can't come back. So you do have to lean over a bit, hands on the thighs, and then push up. And practicing this, you really want to practice it initially. If closing your eyes helps you, think about the bottoms of your feet. Because if you're someplace where their chair, a couch, and you can't put your feet underneath you, you still want to be able to get up. You do have to lean over, but if you practice this with something to hold on to, you can use your thighs, reach forward with the heart space to bring your weight more centered over your feet as you come up. So practice what works for your feet. If you can slide your feet under, our feet are planted, nice tall spine, hinge just at the hips. If you feel the weight into your feet, we'll inhale here. And then exhale, push the ground away and lift with the top of the head toward the sky. And down. Inhale, soften the pelvis. Exhale, the pelvic floor. Inhale, down. Exhale, push the ground away, draw everything the pelvic floor in and up. Really good strengthening of the core, the legs. Once more with movement. Good, and then we'll come down and hold. And I can't overstate how important this chair posture is for strength, balance. Breathe. Breathe. Good, inhale. Exhale, push the ground away, top of the head for the sky. Very nice. So lots of energy in the legs. That's a big challenge, but it's a really important one. So we'll stand in mountain pose for a moment. So practicing on our posture. Feet under the knees, knees under the hips, hips under the shoulders. Kind of lift the shoulders up toward the ears. Roll them back as if you're going to touch your shoulder blades together. And then lower the shoulders down. Just kind of let them relax. And then find just ease in the hands. So for some people with your shoulders, they may open up. They may be facing your body. Whatever sort of hangs naturally for you with your arms. You can always have a chair close by for balance. But here, I invite you to close your eyes if you'd like, or you'll soften your gaze down at the floor. To be aware of how your feet are touching the floor. Breathe, ease in the jaw. Notice the balls of the toes, gently bringing the motion of the body just slightly forward where you feel your weight kind of landing in the balls of the toes. Heels are on the ground, but we're using that weight and then sliding it back. Now the weight is a little more in the heels. How much you move is up to you. And again, forward, and you can practice this with your eyes closed or not. We have our chair right next to us with our hand on it. With this very slight rocking motion, especially if your eyes are closed, kind of helps your brain do the work, helping you keep your balance. Very nice. Now open the eyes, look forward. We're going to keep this kind of back and forth tick-tocking. Good. And look to the right while we tick-tock, forward and back. Breathe. Don't hold the breath. Good. Now slowly, as you tick-tock, as you breathe, turn your head to center and over to the left. Good. Slowly move the head back to center. Very nice. Now opening the feet just a little bit more, so a little bit wider than the hips. And again, we always have our trusty chair right near us. We ever want to reach out and touch it. It's amazing what one little fingertip will do for the brain, just for your confidence. So we're going to inhale and bring the hips forward and over to the left. Exhale, back, and to the right. Inhale, exhale. Finding your range, finding what feels nice. This should feel good. Again, we're just kind of getting into that ball and socket of our hips. Good, we're going to stay in this direction, but as you come to the side, think about your hip going out to the side a little bit more and back. So out to the side a little bit more. Good, one more in this direction. Nice, pausing in the front, we'll inhale, then we'll exhale back into the left. Inhale, front and to the right. Good. Again, as you come forward, as you come to the side, think of moving that hip out just a little farther. Kind of exaggerating that hip motion. Good. Two more times. Very nice. And come back to mountain pose. So feet back under the hips. And just pause and notice. In yoga, we pause in between some of our motions to sit with the body, to let your brain just watch the body. How did that feel? And breathe. How does it feel to breathe into that motion that we just did? So just inhale and exhale and let your mind kind of scan your body. Very nice. Let's take an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Big inhale to get the day. Open mouth, exhale. Good. We're going to get into the hips again in a different way. Open the feet nice and wide. And again, you can have your chair. I won't hold it in front of me because you won't really be able to see me, although this one's kind of easier to see through than others. Off to the side. But this is a good thing to do in front of your chair. Feet are nice and wide, both feet flat on the floor. We'll lift your toes here. So we feel the balls of your toes. If you have some neuropathy issues, kind of look down at your feet. They're there. There, you can kind of rock your toes, bottom, the balls of your toes back and forth. The balls of your feet with your toes lifted. Then we don't need your toes for this exercise. Your heels are planted. We're going to bend the knees to kind of come into a bit of a squat. Again, if this bothers your knees, you do what you can do standing. Come down. Again, lift the toes here so we know that our feet are our solid foundation. Nice straight back, tall spine. And lifting that top of the head for the sky. Can you peek down a little bit? Can you see your big toes? We open the knees so we can see our big toes. Good, we'll inhale here. Exhale, straighten the legs. Come to standing. Good. Inhale, soften and lower. You kind of feel that basket, the bottom of the pelvic floor basket open. Exhale, draw in and up. Good. Let's add the arms. It's kind of like bellows. We'll inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Keeping those knees open. Very nice. A little bit of a challenge. We're going to come down to the squat that you can do. Lift the right heel. Lift the left heel. And alternate. So we're kind of strengthening these muscles in the thigh, in the hip, in the seat that are making this possible. So lift the right heel, lift the left heel. One more time with the left. Good, inhale, exhale, straighten the legs. We're not done, we're just take a little break here, breathe, ease in the jaw, ease in the shoulders, notice. Very nice, back down to our squat. You can stay right here, hold on to the chair. If you'd like, you can try both heels. Down, they don't have to come up high, just lift them a little tiny bit. Inhale and then exhale to lift them. We do our exhales and we do our work. One more time. Flat feet, pause. Inhale. Exhale, push that ground away, draw in and up. Very nice. And feet back together. Tadasana, mountain pose, so strong. Gently lift the toes. Our feet are grounded under the knees, under the hips, under the shoulders. Tall spine. Peaceful yoga face, so strong. Breathe. Very nice. 2 more things we're going to do with the hips. Let's take a nice inhale first. Inhale, big stretch, look up, taking the day. Open mouth, exhale. Very nice. You can have the chair to your left. We're going to be moving your right leg. Move the chair behind you so you can see my right leg. So grounding into the left foot, you lift the right heel slightly so you can get your balance into your left feet. And then first we're going to lift the right knee. One leg standing, one-legged standing is so good for you. It's so good for your balance, for your practice. It's a coffee making, toast making, whatever, microwaving exercise of lifting one knee. It's excellent for your balance. We're going to pause here, breathe, that right knee lifted, nice and grounded into the left foot. Good. Very nice. Now lower the leg. So we're going to lift the heel a little bit. We're going to swing this leg a little. So obviously we have to come over to the left side just a tiny bit. So we're just going to swing, inhale, exhale. And you can put a bend in your left knee, totally fine. Very nice. Pause in Tadasana. Ground into that left leg again. And we're going to inhale, bring the right knee up, and then exhale, kind of kick it back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now pause with the knee up. We're going to lean forward and just kind of counterbalance by stretching that right leg back. Again, I have my hand on the chair. If you want to try balance without that, you totally can. Hands to your heart space in prayer. Just counterbalance. Reach with the heel. Reach right with the right heel back. Come forward as much as is comfortable for you. You can put your hands on the chair if you want to come forward more and stretch that leg out. Good. Breathe. Nice and slow. Bring the right knee back in. Come to standing. Right foot down. And Tadasana. Mountain pose. Notice. So strong. Both feet. Tall spine. Very nice. Do the other side. So starting first with our one leg standing. So grounding into the right foot. Lift the left heel. This could be very different because of your left hip. Strengthen your right leg, right knee. Our bodies are different on either side. So move slowly and notice. No judging. We're just seeing how we are today on each side. Lift that left leg. You can find a point of focus. If the balance is challenging, find that point of focus. You can also just rest your tiptoe on the ground. You're still balancing. Very nice. Breathe. Good. And lower the foot down. Mountain pose. Nice. Ground into the right foot again. Then you're going to kind of swing the left leg. Breathing. Swinging. Draw the toes up. So we're just kind of swinging that heel. Good. And Tadasana, mountain pose. I have to give myself a break because for whatever reason, this is really fatiguing my right hip, my standing hip. So that happens. That's okay. Very nice. So we're going to raise that left knee and then kick it back. Exhale. Good. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. One more. Exhale back. Good. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Very nice. Now we're going to draw the left knee up. We'll do a little counterbalance. So leaning forward and then stretching back the left leg. So you find what works for you. Maybe a slight bend in the right knee. My balance isn't as great on this side, so I'm going to use the chair. Coming forward. Maybe I put my left thumb at my heart space, half prayer. My right hand is on the chair. But play with it. Steady isn't balance. Bobbling is balance. If you're sitting still in a chair, you're not practicing balance. It's the challenge. So bobbling is good. Breathe. Very nice. Gently draw that knee in. Draw the top of the head toward the sky. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Close the eyes or soft gaze, looking forward, so strong. Maybe you want your eyes open or closed, whatever you'd like. And scan the body. Your steady, strong feet. The calves, the knees, hips, pelvis, belly, back, ribs. Breathe in, breathe out. chest, shoulders, arms and hands, your neck, your jaw, eyebrows, top of the head. Appreciating this yoga body we have today. Very nice. You can open the eyes if they're closed. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Slow breath out, float the arms down. Again, inhale, sweep up. Float the arms down. One last time, inhale, big stretch, gratitude. Exhale, let it out. Very nice. We'll come back to our chair. So we're going to come back and kind of reverse what we did before getting up. Feet are under the knees. Knees are sort of open, about the same as the hips. And the back of the knees or calves, however tall you are, touch your seat so you know it's there. So it allows you to take your time coming down because your chair is going to catch you if you need to sit quickly. So we're going to bend the knees, lift your toes off the ground, bend the knees slightly, and play with your balance, with your grounding. If you bring your heart forward, there's the weight in your heels. If you bring your seat back, there's the weight. I'm sorry, this was toes. This is heels. So we want it even. So seat, heart, hinge at the hip. As you come down, the toes are lifted and notice your feet. What adjustments do you need to make as you come down to keep the weight even in your feet? And avoid, we want to avoid, for lack of a better word, like plopping down if we can. And then slowly, there's the seat. Sit down. Very nice. So that was a lot with the legs and the low back. So we're going to do a little bit of a forward fold for like 2 minutes. On forward folds, they can be very nice for your low back if you're supported. If you have blood pressure or eye pressure problems, don't let your head drop lower than your heart. You wouldn't do this. So a good starting spot is elbows on the knees. Maybe hold the elbows and let the head just drop. This is a safe inversion where you can still kind of tuck your tailbone a little bit and get a little nice low back stretch, only if that feels good on your back. This. Another option is to open your arms and let them fall to the outside of your knees so your shoulders catch you. This is getting into, you wouldn't do this so much with blood pressure or eye pressure problems. And let your head hang here. If it's accessible, you can bring your shoulders inside your knees, hands on the ground, or you can just let your hands flop and let your head and shoulders go. Either way, whatever you do, ease in your jaw, ease in your neck. So let's let the head hang wherever your chest is. Let your chin and neck just breathe and rest. Wherever you are. Inhale and exhale. It's a little compression in the breath. You just breathe in, breathe out. Notice the breath in the back. Notice that compression in the belly. Inversions are really good for our circulation, our lymph system. If you're breathing and your head is relaxed, your chin, your neck is relaxed, it eases the parasympathetic, stimulates the parasympathetic nerve to bring relaxation. Few more breaths here. Very nice. Now, wherever your chest is and your head, leave that right where they are. And put your palms on the tops of your knees. Open your eyes if they're closed. And then very gently with steady breath, we're going to press into the knees and straighten the elbows to lift the torso. Back up, eyes are open. Maybe you get a little whoosh from coming back from being inverted. Eyes are open, just breathe, maybe palms up or down, whatever feels nice, whatever feels intuitive. Ease in the jaw, ease in the feet, and the hands. Very nice. And then pushing back into your seat, or here if you'd like, you're also welcome to lie down on the couch or get in your recliner or lie down on the floor if that feels nice. Just a posture that feels like a nice rest. Just like standing Tadasana, a mountain pose, this is Shavasana. It's yoga rest. So you want to find some place really cozy, comfortable at least. I'm just going to lean back in my chair. My feet are a little outstretched. And for just a moment to settle in, stretch your fingers out nice and wide wherever you are. Open those fingers and breathe. Think of breathing into all the space in your hands. Take a big inhale. Exhale, clench the fist. Fist, 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 squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe. Take a big inhale. And exhale, relax. Just let it go. Let the whole body sink in, whether it's the floor, the chair, what's ever holding you up, melt into that. Release the jaw, the shoulders, the hips, the knees. And just watch the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can stay right where you are in this rest, soaking in your yoga, breathing in, breathing out. And when you're ready to move, noticing a deeper breath, gentle movement to the fingers and wrists, toes and ankles. Taking any movement that feels nice. And gently placing the hands at the heart space, palms together, fingertips together, thumbs to the heart. Lowering the chin, just slightly, with gratitude for the time you've given yourself, and gratitude for our bodies, and gratitude for our yoga. May each inhale and exhale remind us of our breath, And may each breath remind us of the strength we have moving through our day. Peace, everyone. Thank you.